guys, welcome back to IAmBeautifulHustlerTV. Today I'll be installing this closure wig that I made using AfricanMall hair with a 20-inch closure and 3 bundles of 26-inch of their curly hair. And I do have the construction video on how I made this wig. So if you have not done so already, please be sure to check out how to make you a sewed closure wig by hand. For today, the installation video process is very simple. This wig was constructed on a dome cap. So off camera I went ahead and did her whole little ball cap method and everything like that, and I'm just going to show you how quick and easy it is to apply a handmade closure wig onto yourself. Now, as I mentioned, it was created on a dome cap, so you know there is the tracks from the 3 bundles that are on there, but I did sew it so it is nice and secure, and you can wear this wig and use it multiple times as you need to until you may feel like you need a closure replacement. And I will do a video on how to replace the closure on the old wigs later on, but right now I'm just going in with my 3 layers of my Beautiful Hustler lace melt. And as I mentioned, this video is very simple because it's so quick and easy to install closure wigs on yourself or even on a client. And all you want to do is just make sure that you do clean that skin with your Beautiful Hustler lace prep, which is a 99% isopropyl, aka alcohol. So I did use my lace prep to clean her skin before even applying her cap and everything like that. And I'm just using my edge brush and that Beautiful Hustler lace melt, and I am using 3 layers for today's hold. So once the layer dries clear and everything like that, I would just go ahead and add all the layers that I need to add and then begin to pull that lace down into that glue. So here I am adding layer number 3, and once that turns clear, I will go ahead and begin to pull the lace down. Now, when I tell you this installation was very simple, very quick and easy, like the real-time video for this was less than 30 minutes. Like, it's literally that simple and that easy, because it's really no work to do, especially when you make your wig and you style it in advance. It's just really like a ABC process when installing it on yourself, and on someone, especially if their hair is already prepped for the installation. But I went ahead and added my 3rd layer. So now I'm going to get ready and let that sit and begin to pull that lace down once it's clear enough for me to go ahead and lay it down, which I am doing now. So I'm just going to pull that lace right on down, and just using the pressure from my fingertips and also using the blow dryer on the heat setting, I'm going to blow dry and kind of push that lace into that glue. But be mindful, you don't want to like mash it in. You just want to gently like give it a nice firm push down into the glue, but don't mash it or be super rough. Still try to be as gentle as possible, and that way you would still achieve like a nice flawless installation. So I'm just going to have her assist me a little bit. I'm having her hold that blow dryer to the hairline as I comb and like push that lace in with the teeth of that comb into the glue. And right now I am using my blinged out comb set from one of my Instagrammers on YouTube. Made these combs especially for me, and she does this, like, this is what she do. She blings out tools and everything, and her name is One Creative Mind. I will tag her Instagram down at the bottom of this video so you guys can be sure to follow her. But yeah, she blinged out me a nice little comb set. You guys will see me use these combs in my tutorial, and every time I use it, I would just go ahead and leave her name below so you know where to get these custom made blinged out hair tools. But now I'm just going in with my my rat tail edge brush and just applying that lace melt under those little tiny little pieces. As you can see, it's not really anything lifting that much because the glue was pretty much laid down almost perfect to where everything would have been tacked down. But just going in with the rat tail comb edge brush, I'm just applying the glue under those little creaks, and I will use the teeth of that edge brush to push the lace, that remaining lace, right into that glue. And then I would get into pulling down the baby hair area and tying down that lace with the melt belt after using a little bit of that holding spray on the hairline, and then we're getting to styling the baby hair. So stay tuned. Okay, so I let that elastic band sit for about 10 minutes until that hairline was completely dry with that holding spray. And you want to make sure that you let it dry completely, whether you're using holding spray or mousse, because it's just best it's completely dry before you carry on to the next, baby hair step and everything like that. But once I go ahead and finally get this thing removed, I don't put this damn knot in and couldn't get it out. But once I go ahead and get that removed, I will go ahead and begin to style the baby hair. And as you can see, it's looking very much melted and just like blended so perfectly. So now I'm just going to go in and I'm just taking my comb right now, just combing out all of that holding spray so it can get back, nice and soft and everything. And I'm going to chop that baby hair down short to about 1 inch. For today, I did a more of a dramatic baby hair look than I would usually do for her. I usually do them like small and a little thinner, but I just decided to do them a little more dramatic this time. But first, I'm just going to take my bedhead holding spray and spray the baby hairs with that holding spray. Now I'm just going to go in with my Motions mousse, and just to get it nice and soft. But with the holding spray, it keeps the baby hair soft, but just gives it that firm hold, and it dries pretty quickly on its own and everything like that. So just taking my edge brush, and you can use either one, whether you're using the one with the rat tail or the one with the spreader. I mean, they both do the same thing. And I'm just swooping the baby hair and just blending it in with the rest of the wig, and just getting it into the desired look that I want it to be. And also using that blow dryer on the heat setting to just blow dry it nice and smooth. And I like to take my finger and kind of go on top of the baby hair with it, because it allows the baby hair to lay completely flat and smooth versus having like little squiggly baby hairs, like the ones that you want to be smoothed out, but it kind of curls up a little bit. So to avoid that, I do use my finger to just smooth it on down, applying just a little bit of pressure to keep it nice and together and smooth. And it's very, very simple. It just takes practice on how to do your baby hair. Everybody has their signature look for baby hair. So to me, it's really no right or wrong way. It's just pretty much what you like and what your clients like. So just do the baby hair best to your ability and to your liking as well as your clients' liking. Because once you have your own signature look, people will come to you for that signature regardless. So a lot of people do come to me. They love the way I install in the baby hairs and everything like that. But I try to switch up my baby hairstyle sometimes just to give you, a different look to choose from. Like some people be like, I like the baby hairs you did with this certain style, do it like that with this look I'm going for. Like it's always good to just have different ways and styles of doing things so it doesn't get boring and every style doesn't look exactly the same every time you do it. So that kind of like that's kind of how you can keep like spicing up your hair life. In other words, like just doing the same looks but doing different baby hairs can make a big difference. So as I mentioned, that's why I decided to go for a more dramatic baby hair look for today, and especially because this style is very simple. It's just like a style people get on the regular, so that's why I just did a little more dramaticness with the baby hair. But because when I made the wig, I had already like sprayed the hairline and concealed the part and everything like that. I'm not going to black spray the part again. I'm just going to use a darker foundation for the parting area. When I first made the wig, I just concealed the part with any color that I found. But once I realized I was going to install it on her, I just went ahead and put the foundation in the part that best matches her skin tone. So I went ahead and darkened up the part because you don't want the part to be way lighter than that person's actual skin tone. And now I'm just going to just take my same little blinged out comb and just smooth everything on down. And that will pretty much sum up this quick, easy tutorial. And as far as what I'm putting on the hair, I am using a combination of water and silicone mix. I did scoop up some silicone mix into my spray bottle with the water, and I just shook it up. And now I'm just spraying it on the hair to get the curls nice and wet and popping. And also, as I mentioned before, with that silicone mix, it does help you maintain the tightness of that curl once the hair dries. So I hope you guys enjoyed this quick, easy tutorial. Thank you guys for tuning in, and I will see you next time.